All right, now we're going to put a handle onto a Hypalon tube. Here's our Hypalon and here's our handle. So we've got the back side of the handle buffed and ready to apply glue to. I'm going to trace the patch onto the tube. I'm going to make an arrow showing which way was up because I want it to go on the same way that I traced it. And Jim is going to tape this off for me.
All right. Lay our 3/4 blue tape here. Oh, a nice little margin. All right. I like to tape our outsides first and come back with smaller pieces to do your radiuses. Like this.
Here's the arrow that I drew. Every time I make an arrow, I like to make the arrow just pointing in the direction that I'm pointing because that's where I'm going to show back up to apply the patch.
Make a nice tight looking radius. So, yeah, to demonstrate nice tight radiuses for easy cleanup.
Absolutely. And I've got a piece of glue and cardboard here for the handle, and for strap handles like this, I like to make a 3-sided cut out of the cardboard.
Beautiful.
That makes a flat gluing surface and it'll keep this from trying to move around while I glue it. Now that this is taped off, it's time to abrade the fabric. To identify when the fabric is correctly abraded, you will see that it's basically just a matte colored finish version of its glossy colored fabric. Do your best to avoid buffing through the surface to the substrate below. That's bad for the fabric and it's bad for the work.
It potentially could create an air leak.
Absolutely. That's
how you know you went too far.
That's how you know you went too far. They went too far. All right. Hypalon glue, as we mentioned, takes 2 coats of glue. So we've done our first coat of glue on both gluing surfaces. Now it's time to do the second coat of glue and bond the surfaces together. Now that we've given the surfaces an appropriate amount of curing time, I'm going to heat the surfaces to reactivate the glue and press them together. On the bottom of the seat patch, there is going to be these round pieces that are a different height than the rest of the fabric. So I'll talk about what to do about those as I'm putting this on. I'm going to find my arrow facing away from me. So I'm going to line up the top edge of this patch with the top edge of the tape. And I'm going to come right down the middle and lightly press it down, moving out to either side as I go until I hit those circles that I was just talking about. All right. I'm going to get those pressed down as I go out. And take your boning tool and you want to get the edges of those circles and cut them in. Out the patch, cut in the circles. Now we've got the circles cut in. You can probably see that on the camera. Now it is time to go and burnish in the rest of the patch. Here's your finished product. Clean up your edges with a rag and some acetone, and a bone tool if needed. And any Hypalon accessory or patch needs to sit for 72 hours before being used or having pressure put back in the tube.